Hello and welcome to SC Productions demonstration of AI. This is the first in the series and we're going to talk about a flat panel set in this demo. So we've dragged in some media. One of them is very long and wide and that's going to cover our set, and the other one is a clip which we're going to use for a pip. So the first thing to do is to create our set, and to do this we create a screen fixture and we're going to give it a resolution of 3000 pixels by 1000, which is the same as our media. Now we're going to widen up this set. It's really just an image that we're going to use to see in 3D our virtual set. It's not too critical at the moment, but we'll just use this. So we just test playing our media back on that, and there is our set. It's a little bit of a looping animation. Now we're just going to stretch the image out because it's not perfect. Perhaps when we created the media it wasn't exactly 1000 pixels high, so we can fix that. The next thing we're going to do is create a projector, and this is a model of the real world projector. In fact, we're going to need two projectors to do this screen, which we're going to blend together. I change the aspect ratio to 16:9 because that's the type of projector we're using. Just pull it back a bit so that it can see the whole of our screen. And there you can see we've got our two projectors crossing in the middle, which we're going to now set the outputs of AI and create a blend. First projector on output 2, second projector on output 3, and then we can just drag to blend. And there's our very simple blend. Now, if we were doing this in the real world, we could attach a camera to AI and we could use the auto blend function, and that would blend the projectors for us without having to tweak the projectors in any way. Even if one of the projectors was skewed or even at a funny angle to get round a chandelier or something in the room, AI would do all of that for us. So we're just going to move our media onto layer 2 because I want to create a pip on layer 1, which will be over the top. So there's our lovely set. We select layer 1 and we can load our pip. Now, as you can see at the moment, the image is all wrong, so we need to convert this, scale it rather, so that we can use it as a pip. At the moment our virtual set is behind the panels, so you can't see it very well, but when I close the windows you'll be able to see that we've got a pip. Now, these pips can be animated or controlled by a lighting console. There are many things that we can do with the functions. All of the functions can be recorded, they can be fired by a time code or an external controller, or even MIDI. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add something that will just represent some plasma screens around the room, just as extra playback areas. It doesn't really matter how big or small these are at the moment, they're just a representation, but we'll scale them anyway just to make them look about right. And we'll give these a 16:9 aspect ratio, so 1920 by 1080. As you can see, AI can handle multiple resolutions all at the same time. So there's a very rough plasma screen, and that could be DA'd to many screens obviously. So the first thing we're going to do with this is we're going to delete it from the projector's view, because we don't want the projector to see it, otherwise it will try and project onto it. So we select it and remove object, and now it's still on our playback area, but it can no longer be seen by the projector. There we go, so we put our pipped image onto that screen, and it fits nice and neatly because it's in 16:9. We don't have to change anything, and we can select both images at the same time, or both layers at the same time, to play back the same image. Now of course these pips could be live cameras, or they could be coming off a computer running PowerPoint or Keynote, straight into the capture card in AI. We have 4 SDI inputs on the AI system. We can vision mix live cameras with it, with a very, very low delay rate, around 2 frames. And then we can see we can select different bits, different fixtures, screen fixtures, and put any media we like onto that. And I think that just about completes the demo of this flat panel set, and we will go on to some much more complicated setups in the next video. Thank you for watching.